Good morning from a blustery late winter desert morning. I just met up with my sister at long last. My sister's been working as a nanny for the past year, blah, blah, blah. I've talked about it a lot. So I haven't been able to travel around with her much like I used to. But guess what? Oh, you can actually see her in the background. She's wearing a red hoodie. It's actually a red Tonopah Muckers hoodie that I bought her. A little town called Tonopah in central Nevada. And their high school football team is called the Tonopah Muckers because they have a big history of mining in Tonopah, and mucker is the job title of somebody who works in a mine. I'm not sure exactly what a mucker does, but that's the Tonopah High School mascot, and my sister loves that Muckers hoodie. So anyway, she's over there brushing her teeth. We're out here camping with a bunch of friends. We've been out for about 4 days. We went to a couple of different hot springs, had an amazing trip, but it has been challenging weather-wise. Now, I know it's a beautiful sunny day today and these giant fluffy white clouds and this beautiful blue sky. Well, it hasn't been this nice the entire trip. But let me give you a panorama of where I am just so you can see how beautiful this desert landscape is where I'm camping. Okay, so I'm kind of standing on top of sort of a sand dune with some grasses growing out of it, in a field of sort of low rolling sand dunes in this giant desert valley. You can see there are some houses over yonder. You can see there's a couple hippies and school buses over there. More beautiful desert, more amazing, huge western desert sky with all kind of interesting clouds going on. There's our little campsite. And back around, you might recognize where we are by now. Oh, there's a cross on top of the hill right in front of us. That's right. We're in Tecopa. In Tecopa, California. One of my favorite oddball little desert towns. And we're camped out here on some BLM land. Just out kind of back behind town. Right over by the old, well, the locals call it Hepatitis Spring. I call it the miner's tub. It's a little tiny warm spring that somebody is going through a lot of trouble to clean up, and they paved it with flagstone. Maybe I'll walk over there and show you guys that. Someone's given the old Hepatitis Spring a little TLC, and if you ask me, it's about time. Anyway, I'll walk over here to the edge of well, it's kind of like sand dunes, but they're kind of hard packed. It's a very interesting mixture of sand and, gosh, I don't know what kind of, I guess that's kind of like a clay or a mud. I think it's bentonite clay, actually. The same stuff that's in the bottom of the big hot spring here. That mud. I think people actually come up here and dig it up. You know, get it wet and dig it up. Anyway, I'm going to give you a peek at our campsite. I'm here with a bunch of friends. I don't know if they all want to be on camera, but you might recognize a couple of them, actually. My friend Scott, who was in those videos I made down in Arizona a few weeks ago. We climbed up that airmail beacon tower. He's here. Came all the way down from Oregon. And then that camper there, that's my friend Adrenaline Jackie. She has her own YouTube channel. A few of you might know who she is. She's really cool. She has this channel where she goes around and picks up trash in the desert. She's really committed to picking up litter. And so all she does on her YouTube channel is go walk around these beautiful desert settings, picking up garbage. So if that's your kind of thing, check out her channel and subscribe, because she doesn't really have that many subscribers and she's trying to grow. There's my friend Scott. You might remember him from the airway beacon tower video. He's talking to my sister. We actually had a little party last night and Scott got real juiced. And well, come to find out, he's one of those people that has gold fever. He's really, really into gold. Prospecting, panning, like the milling, the mining of it, anything to do with gold. Oh man, he goes bonkers, man. You should have heard him last night. I've never seen anyone so fired up and passionate. It made me think that gold fever is an actual physical thing that happens to people. It was really interesting, and I decided I need to go visit some kind of gold mine with him on camera so you can see what I mean. Hey Scott, how do you feel about gold?
Oh, golden child.
Yeah, what do you call them?
Montezuma's Revenge.
No. What do you call it when you find gold? Or you carried her?
Nugs, when I get the
Nugs!
nugs.
You love them
Oh,
nugs?
the nugs, yeah, 5 ounce nug. It's almost like a black hole of weight. It pushes your arm down and you can't hold
So
it.
it's the weight that gets you
Oh,
going.
it's the density.
The
Yes.
density.
Yeah.
You're my
I am your
density.
Oh, yes.
You heard it here first.
Density.
Anyway, I just wanted to give the Scott's Ladies fans a little peek here that he's here. He's doing well. Look at him, fit as a fiddle.
Yep, see, I just got a promo. I got, my own brand here. I don't have a channel yet. I just have a book.
Yeah, he's got a book called Curious Gorge. It's all about the
Gorge.
Hood River Gorge.
Yeah.
Up in
Columbia
Oregon.
Gorge.
The Columbia River Gorge, excuse me.
Yeah, in Oregon.
Yeah, in Oregon. Really a good little guidebook. Shows you all the quirky ins and outs, cool hikes, oddities, attractions. Check it out.
And note the color here. Gold's money. Yeah,
It's the color of nugs.
Yes.
He is a character. Okay, let's see if Adrenaline Jackie is cruising around, picking up trash. Okay, Adrenaline Jackie is going to come out and say hi in a minute. But while we're waiting for her to check for boogers, here's her dogs. You might remember her dogs or recognize her dogs from her videos. Okay, Jackie, are you booger free?
I'm free.
Hey, this is Adrenaline Jackie, y'all. What up?
Hello.
What's your bag?
Well, I'm just out here having a good time. We're gonna go clean up some stuff later and hang out with my beautiful doggies. You guys see my puppies? They're my pride and joy.
Okay, tell us about your dogs.
This is Toby. He's
Oh,
very
Toby.
handsome.
He sure is. Look at him.
He has the cutest eyebrows and he's a good dog. And this is Tucker.
Oh, Toby and Tucker, look at him.
Tucker's my sweet boy. He's the best. He's a little cuddle bug. Oh my god. They help me pick up garbage.
They help you pick up trash?
And clean up the environment. Well, they help me in spirit. They keep the morale high.
Oh, look at him. Look at his face. How cute. They are. They're like almost like brothers, right?
Oh yeah, they're not really related, but they've been together their whole lives.
Oh my god, look. Ah! Okay, well, what's this? Tell us about this device you have.
Oh wow, yeah. So this is my super big rolling magnet.
A magnet?
Well, first, I originally had this little one.
Little handheld
It
magnet.
wasn't cutting it.
So what, for picking up nails and stuff in the desert?
Yes, my favorite thing to do is pick up nails because I have lost so many tires.
Oh yeah, we all have.
Yeah, so many.
So she's got this magnetic rake, basically. Wow, look at all. Holy cow! Wait, what did you do when you lifted that handle up?
I guess it just deactivates.
It disengages the magnet.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. So she just cruised around the area we're camping and she picked up all these nails. That's a lot of busted tires.
Yeah, and honestly, this wasn't even that much time or that much space. It was maybe like 50 feet, and it just comes right out. And anywhere near a pile, what is it called? Near a fire pit.
Oh, fire pit. Yeah, there's always
so
lots
bad.
of metal. Beer bottle caps, nails, wires. Wow, but you're going to a big cleanup this weekend, right?
Yes, yeah. I'm gonna go clean up the Dumont Dunes. They
Oh,
have their
okay.
annual dune cleanup at the end of the season because the wind gets so bad there that even when people are not trashing the place, their camps get blown away in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, they inadvertently trashed the place.
Yeah, so it does get a little. It's not terrifying, but it needs a cleanup every year. It's really fun. They have like raffle prizes and. A
Oh,
cookout.
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, okay, good. Well, good for you. Right on, Jackie. Thank you for your service. What a cool chick. I'll put the link to her YouTube channel right up here. You should definitely subscribe to her because she is, well, first of all, she's just cute as can be. Look at her. See that? And she's got a fun spirit. Her dogs are in all her videos.
Oh,
and
yes.
she's just doing a good thing. So
It's about the dogs mostly.
yeah, it's about the dogs. And if you watch carefully, you might just get a surprise or two in the background. Right on, man. What a cool chick. I've actually known Adrenaline Jackie for like 13 years, I think. I think I met her like 13 years ago. Isn't that funny? But hey, she got inspired to start a YouTube channel and she's having all kind of adventures, traveling around in a rig with her dogs, picking up trash. Okay, well, before I sign off on this video, I'm going to show you, I'll give you a little peek at what's being done to the old Hepatitis Spring. Okay, now you might look and go, oh, that looks pretty trash, but compared to what it was, look, somebody came out here and did a lot of work with these flagstones. I think they're building like a whole patio to surround the spring. They ripped out that janky carpet that used to be here. Although, wow, if you look at this looks like it was actually a pretty nice carpet at one time. Just got trashed from the sun is intense out here. And the wind, it's been real windy the last couple of days. But, all that being said, somebody really did go through a lot of trouble to improve this hot spring. Not only are these two little stone patios here, and I'm guessing this middle part is also going to be paved maybe but at some point. There's another little patio over on this side, and the spring itself is covered with a tarp, which is awesome because it keeps out the dust. You can see dust piled up on the tarp, and it keeps the heat in. This is just a warm spring, actually. I think it's only about 90 degrees, so it's typically not really, it's not really hot enough for me to soak in most of the time. But in the summer, it's nice. But by keeping this tarp over it, you also kind of keep in whatever little heat there is. But golly, and the same person who paved all this also put up bamboo fencing around it to try to block the wind because, well, like I was saying, it gets really, really windy out here. And I speak from experience. You know, like I said, my friends and I have been out here for a few days, and it was miserably windy yesterday. In fact, it was so windy that I almost left. No kidding. I was driving with my sister. You can get Wi-Fi out here if you go over by the community center. There's no cell signal out here. And there's obviously no Wi-Fi, but if you drive over to the community center, they have free community Wi-Fi. So we were going to go over there and check the weather forecast to see, is it going to get less windy? Is it going to get warmer? Should we just leave? Is it even worth staying? And well, that's when we saw my friend Scott roll up, and that kind of, well, that made the decision for us. Scott's here, we'll go ahead and stay the night. So we went to the market in Shoshone, and we got some hot cocoa and a bottle of whiskey. Scott bought a bottle of Seagram 7, which is kind of weird to put in hot cocoa, but hey, they have a limited liquor selection at the market in Shoshone. So we invented this drink called the Shoshone 7, which is hot cocoa and Seagram 7, and we all made mugs of that, and well, we went over to the hot spring, and we ended up having a pretty good time, despite the crummy weather. Okay, well, Adrenaline Jackie just put up her flag. She's very patriotic, in addition to being an environmentalist and an animal lover. Scott's got his adventure rig ready to go. He's headed down south towards the Salton Sea. My sister's headed home, back to the babies that she was nannying for. It's their first birthday on Saturday, so she's got to go back for the birthday party. And as for me, well, I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do. I feel like I could just go home. I'm only 90 minutes from home, and I kind of do need to wash my hair and answer some email. But I also kind of want to go, oh, I still have water and I still got supplies in my rig. I probably have enough water and food for at least another few days. So I almost feel like I ought to just keep on cruising south. Maybe I'll go with Scott. Salton Sea has some interesting stuff I could make videos about down there. Well, stay tuned to find out what I decide next week. Anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee and roll on to wherever I decide to go. Cheers!